In the calm and gentle twilight of ancient Greece, as the deep azure of the sky began to soften into the tender embrace of night, the world of the polis slowly laid down its burdens. The air was filled with the faint, lingering scent of olive groves, mingling with the distant murmur of the Aegean Sea, whose waves whispered ancient secrets to those willing to listen. As the golden hues of the setting sun surrendered to the night, the people of this storied land prepared for the restorative embrace of sleep, a time when the soul could journey into realms unseen. In those tranquil hours, the Greeks, with their profound appreciation for the mysteries of life, approached sleep as both a necessity and a sacred passage. The architecture of their homes was thoughtfully designed to honor the sanctity of rest. Modest yet purposeful, these dwellings were often constructed with thick, earthen walls that provided a cool refuge against the day's heat, preserving an inner sanctum where sleep could be cradled gently. You might imagine the soft rustle of straw mats, laid carefully upon stone floors, offering a humble yet comforting place to lay one's head. As the evening deepened, the flickering glow of oil lamps cast a warm, amber light across the rooms, illuminating the faces of those gathered together. The soft hiss of the flame was a companionable presence, its light dancing upon the walls and creating shadows that seemed to sway in a gentle rhythm. The aroma of burning olive oil filled the air, a familiar and calming scent that signaled the time for rest. And so, in these quiet moments, families would share their evening meal, a simple but nourishing fare of bread, cheese, and olives, accompanied by the rich, dulcet tones of wine, all enjoyed with an ease that allowed the worries of the day to melt away. The Greeks, ever the philosophers, held a deep fascination with the world of dreams, considering them to be messages from the gods or reflections of the soul's inner workings. They believed that during sleep, the soul could wander beyond the confines of the mortal world, reaching into the divine. As such, they paid heed to the visions and stories woven in their slumber, sometimes consulting interpreters who could unravel the threads of meaning hidden within. In this way, sleep was not merely an absence of wakefulness, but a journey of its own, one that could offer insight, guidance, and healing. In the coolness of the night, as the stars began to twinkle like 1,000 tiny fires across the heavens, the sound of a gentle breeze rustling through the leaves added a soothing melody to the silence. This natural lullaby, together with the rhythmic chirping of crickets, created a serenade that encouraged the mind to drift and wander. And so, the Greeks surrendered to the tender embrace of Hypnos, the god of sleep, whose gentle touch would guide them into realms of peace and restoration. In those ancient times, the routines of daily life were attuned to the rhythms of nature, and the Greeks understood the importance of aligning themselves with these cycles. The sun's path across the sky dictated their waking hours, and as it set, they embraced the darkness, welcoming the opportunity to rest and renew. Sleep was a time to restore the body and rejuvenate the spirit, an essential element of the balance and harmony they so cherished. As you imagine the slumbering city-states, nestled amidst the hills and along the shores, you might envision the sense of tranquility that pervaded the night. The quiet streets, once bustling with the lively exchanges of the marketplace, now lay in serene stillness, enveloped in the gentle embrace of darkness. The air was cool and refreshing, carrying with it the scent of the sea and the earth, mingling with the faint fragrance of thyme and rosemary that grew abundantly in the surrounding landscape. Those who lay in their beds, beneath the soft glow of the moon, would feel the gentle caress of a breeze through an open window, a tender reminder of the natural world's presence, even in these most intimate moments. It was a time when the worries of the mortal world could be set aside, and the soul could find solace in the quietude of the night. In this ancient land, sleep was a cherished interlude, a sacred pause that allowed the Greeks to connect with the divine, to heal, and to prepare for the day's endeavors. The cycles of sleep and wakefulness were intertwined with the cycles of the cosmos, a harmonious dance that the Greeks embraced with reverence and understanding. And so, as the night deepened and the world slipped further into its gentle slumber, the people of ancient Greece would find themselves cradled by the unseen hands of Hypnos, their dreams weaving tapestries of insight and wonder. In this serene landscape, sleep was both a refuge and a revelation, a journey into the depths of the soul, where the mysteries of the universe could unfold in the quietude of the night. As the hours passed, the stars continued their silent vigil, twinkling softly above, guardians of those who dreamt beneath their watchful gaze. And in this peaceful realm, lulled by the gentle cadence of the night, the Greeks found rest, renewal, and a momentary glimpse of the divine, before the dawn would once again herald the arrival of a new day. In the gentle embrace of the ancient Greek landscape, where olive trees stood as silent sentinels under a moonlit sky, the people of this age-old civilization found their own ways to welcome the night and the promise of slumber it held. As the sun dipped beyond the horizon, casting its golden farewell over the Aegean Sea, the rhythm of daily life began to slow, the bustling agora growing quieter, and the soft murmur of conversation drifting away like the evening breeze. In those moments, families would gather in their modest homes, built with sun-baked clay and topped with terracotta tiles, where the day's warmth lingered softly within the walls. The heart of the home was often a simple hearth, its glow casting a gentle light that flickered against the cool stone floors. Here, families would share their evening meal, savoring the flavors of bread and olives, perhaps some cheese or fish, all accompanied by a modest cup of wine. The scent of herbs, thyme, rosemary, and oregano would linger in the air, creating an atmosphere of calm and comfort. As the meal came to an end, the laughter and stories of the day would give way to quieter reflections, as each person prepared for the restorative embrace of sleep. In those quiet hours, the ancient Greeks had a profound respect for sleep, viewing it as a gift from the gods, particularly from Hypnos, the gentle deity of slumber. It was believed that through sleep one could connect with the divine, receive messages through dreams sent by the gods, or simply find peace after the day's labors. The Greeks held a deep belief in the restorative power of sleep, considering it essential for both the body and the soul, a necessary pause in the ceaseless cycle of life. And so, as the children would nestle into their simple beds, made from woven reeds and covered with soft woolen blankets, the soothing sounds of the night would lull them into a gentle slumber. The distant hoot of an owl, the rustling leaves in the olive groves, and the soft whispers of a sea breeze would be their lullaby, wrapping them in a cocoon of tranquility. Meanwhile, adults might linger a while longer, contemplating the stars that shimmered like 1,000 tiny lamps in the clear night sky, each one a mystery waiting to be unraveled in the quiet of their dreams. As they lay upon their beds, perhaps on simple pallets or on woven mats spread upon the floor, they might think of the stories passed down through generations, tales of gods and heroes, of love and adventure, that danced in their minds like the flickering shadows cast by the hearth. Sleep, in its gentle descent, was both a retreat and a journey, a time when the conscious world faded into the soft embrace of dreams, where one's spirit might wander freely and return, renewed with the dawn. And in this timeless ritual, day after day, night after night, the ancient Greeks found a rhythm that harmonized their souls with the world around them. It was a rhythm marked by the sun's first light gently warming the horizon, waking the city to a new day, and by the moon's silvery glow, guiding them into the depths of the night. In this balance, they understood that sleep was a sacred act, a bridge between the world of the living and the realm of the divine. And so, nestled in the warmth of their homes, surrounded by the familiar and comforting scents of olive oil and burning wood, the people of ancient Greece drifted into dreams, their breaths becoming slow and even. As the night wore on, the gentle hand of Hypnos would cradle them, weaving dreams that danced across the tapestry of their minds, dreams that would whisper secrets and stories until the first light of dawn signaled the return to the waking world. In those serene hours, the world outside would be at peace, the streets of the city silent, save for the soft rustle of the wind and the distant song of the nightingale. The land itself seemed to sleep, enveloped in a quietude that was as profound as it was soothing. And with each heartbeat, with each breath, the eternal cycle of rest and renewal continued, a testament to the enduring power of sleep in the lives of those who walked the ancient shores of Greece. As the night deepened, the stars would watch over them, the quiet sentinels of the sky, their gentle light a promise that the morning would come, bringing with it the hope of a new day. And so, in the soft embrace of night, the people of ancient Greece surrendered to the tender arms of sleep, their spirits entwined with the timeless dance of the universe, where dreams whispered and the world held its breath, waiting for the dawn.